this is an iHeart podcast. Guaranteed human.
With no fees or minimums on checking accounts, it's no wonder that Capital One Bank Guy is so passionate about banking with Capital One. If he were here, he wouldn't just tell you about no fees or minimums. He'd also tell you about how Capital One cafes are open 7 days a week to assist with your banking needs. Yep, even on weekends. It's pretty much all he talks about, in a good way. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bankguy. Capital One N.A., member FDIC. The springtime thaw is finally here. Flowers are blooming. Days are longer. We're saying yes to more plans and finally getting outside. Running, walking, just moving again. It's the perfect time to upgrade your everyday go-tos with Bombas. Take Bombas Sport Socks. They're super comfortable and designed with sport-specific tech for running, cycling, yoga, hiking, you name it. I use them to run in, and I can tell you they work beautifully. So head over to Bombas.com and use code SYSK for 20% off your first purchase. That's BOMBAS.com, code SYSK at checkout.
Brought to you by the all-new 2014 Toyota Corolla.
Welcome to Stuff You Should Know from HowStuffWorks.com.
Hey, and welcome to the podcast. I'm Josh Clark, and Charles W. Chuck Bryan is with me. Jerry's over there, and this is Stuff You Should Know.
That's right. The Audio Adventure Hour.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, we need to change our name to the Audio Adventure Hour.
Oh, I got you.
Because people will be like, I said it on a recent one, and you said, boy, that's going to stick. And now you can't even remember it.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's right.
Which episode was it?
I think it was Broken Bones Healing.
Oh, that was pretty recent.
It just dropped yesterday in real time.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, but here we are in October, and it's long since forgotten.
It was kind of agonizing, too, like just talking, what was it, the green tree or green stick where little kids' bones break?
Oh, yeah. Ugh.
Man.
We heard from a lot of people on that, too.
Yeah, and everybody had a hard time listening to it.
Yeah, and we got some pretty gnarly pictures.
Yeah. That dude with the staples down his leg?
Yeah, and the guy with the crooked wrist. Like, don't send us this stuff anymore, please. Stop.
So, Chuck.
Yes.
I know you're familiar with the work of economist Jeffrey D. Sachs.
The Saxter.
But don't let me bore you too much. I'll try to keep it brief.
Okay.
Of course, you're aware that Sachs once said that humanity can most likely reproduce its way out of any dire situation.
Yeah.
Global warming, climate change, starvation, reaching carrying capacity, running out of water.
Yeah.
All of these things, we can paradoxically get ourselves out of by producing more people, more people who are going to consume more of these things.
Yeah.
And the reason, of course, that Sachs is saying this is that the more people that are produced, the higher the chances that some of those people are geniuses. And the more geniuses you have running around the planet at any given time, the more likely those geniuses are to solve the big picture problems that we face.
We need more geniuses.
So apparently we're all supposed to reproduce more.
Does he account for all the dummies?
Yeah, I guess what he's saying
Dragging
is that
down
when
the
you
world?
put the dummies against the geniuses, even the dummies can't undermine the work of enough geniuses.
Right. So one genius can thwart the undoing of 1,000 dummies.
Yeah.
Nice.
But it's like then you have the idiocracy problem. It's like, well, we need to make sure that smart people are reproducing too.
Oh, I thought you were going to say a movie based on one joke.
I love that movie. It was a cute movie.
Yeah.
I thought it was good.
It was all right. It wore thin for me.
It didn't.
Yeah. No, actually, it was okay, but it wore thin.
Okay.
I'm not poo-pooing.
Did you like Office Space?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Who didn't?
I don't know. I think everybody on the planet loved Office Space.
Yeah, that was a big underground hit.
Still is.
Like, it's still part of the vernacular for people to say things like flare, and there's always one guy in the office that's talking about his stapler.
Right,
know?
sure.
Every office has got someone quoting Office Space.
Or he's a straight shooter with upper management written all over him.
Yeah.
Sure. So, Archimedes.
Yeah. Speaking of Office Space.
Well, we were talking about geniuses, and, it's something to be a genius now. But when you are a genius, you're basically expected to immediately sell out to the man or the government, and your ideas are going to be used for nefarious reasons against everybody else.
Yeah, that's kind of how it works a lot of times.
Like that Matt Damon soliloquy in Good Will Hunting where he's being
How about them
interviewed by
apples?
the NSA.
Oh, that one, yeah.
Yeah. It's probably pretty accurate.
Yeah.
There was a time, however, where just being a genius was, you could change humanity forever. And you can make an argument that it was easier to be a genius before because there was so much to be discovered.
Yeah, sure.
You know?
I totally agree.
But still, you should take your hat off to guys like Archimedes.
Oh, yeah.
Some of the earliest geniuses. Because Archimedes was, thank you, you just did, didn't you?
I doffed my cap.
He was somebody worth taking your hat off to. Let alone the one thing that's possibly the biggest thing that he figured out was calculating pi.
Yeah.
So
He invented pi.
throw the people who can calculate pi to 150 places or whatever, just out the window. Just throw them out the nearest window. People who are standing next to them right now, because this guy came up with pi originally.
Yeah, he calculated pi. If you don't know who Archimedes is, by the way, he was a mathematician and a physicist and an engineer and inventor and all around Renaissance man. Pre-Renaissance.
Well, let's talk about him a little bit. He was born in 287 BC in Syracuse,
Go Orange.
which is modern-day Sicily.
Yeah. So he was just an Italian.
Back then
Sicilian.
it was a Greek city-state.
Yeah, but
Sicily.
Yeah.
Sure.
you know the old saying, Sicily is Sicily.
Right. And he was one of the OG Sicilians, a Syracusean.
Yeah, and he lived his whole life there, and later in his life, he would do a lot to try and protect his fair city.
Right. So basically, he's walking around Syracuse, aside from going and being educated in Egypt, which is where a lot of the early Greek thinkers went to study.
Yeah.
He, like you said, lived his life in Syracuse. And he was basically allowed to roam around being the local oddball because he was so
Smarty
smart.
pants. Yeah.
And he was. He played that part pretty well.
Yeah, not only did he calculate pi first, he worked, it wasn't quite calculus because calculus wasn't invented, but it might as well have been calculus, these proofs he was coming up with.
Right. About 2,000 years before calculus was invented.
Yeah. So he was pre-calculus and not that class that you took in the
Pre-cal.
8th grade
Right.
that you hated. I shouldn't knock math. I always knock math. I'm sorry.
Oh, don't apologize to me. I have a lot of hatred towards math.
I don't
too,
want to
from
slant
school.
the youths of today, though. Take pre-calculus. You're going to love it.
Yes.
That's what I say.
Yeah. I don't think you're telling them anything they don't already know, though. You know, like kids who math appeals to,
They're into it. Yeah, you're right.
I have a deep admiration for those kids and don't begrudge them anything.
I think you're born into it.
Yeah. Like if you're into math and you're a kid right now, you're smarter than Chuck and Josh put together.
Yeah, and you've got a big advantage in life, too,
Yeah.
because
Your checkbook is going to be,
that's right. He came up with the principle of hydrostatics, displacement, calculating the volume of the human body, or really anything. But at first it was a human body because he did it by getting in a bathtub and it spilled over.
let's
And
talk
he's
about
like,
this.
Hey, this makes sense.
Yeah. And what did he do when he figured out that
He ran around naked, apparently.
shouting Eureka?
Yeah.
Which means I've got it. Let's talk about the story behind this.
Yeah.
So there was a king who had a pretty favorable opinion of Archimedes, King Hero II, I believe.
Yeah.
And King Hero came to Archimedes, this is a story, with a crown that a local goldsmith had made. He had commissioned a local goldsmith to make for him.
Yeah.
And the king said, hey, Archimedes, I suspect I gave this local goldsmith the gold to make this crown, but I suspect that he replaced some of the gold with silver and that this isn't a pure gold crown. And I wanted a gold crown. Can you help me?
You're a smart guy.
Yeah, can you help me figure it
that
out?
Yeah.
And Archimedes was like, oh man, this is a tough one. And he thought for a long time. And it was when, like you said, he was in a bath. He was lowering himself into the bath that some water spilled over, that he came up with what's called Archimedes' principle of hydrostatics.
Yeah.
Which basically says that the volume of an object displaces an equal volume of water. Right?
Yeah.
So we have things like airships, or not water, but fluid, which can be water or air or
Right.
gas, liquid or gas. So we have like airships, a.k.a. zeppelins.
Yeah. Ships.
Ships.
A.k.a. ships.
Yep, things that float and don't sink. We can thank Archimedes for the math that led to those.
Yeah.
But anyway, so he's got this crown, right? And it was when he was in the bath that he realized how he could figure out how the crown was pure, whether it was or not.
Right.
He weighed the crown and then got a bar of gold that he knew was pure.
Right.
That weighed the exact same as the crown. He had a cylinder of water or a bathtub water. He had a receptacle of water filled to the brim with water, like we said.
A.k.a. water.
He drops the gold into... Is my natural aversion to understanding math showing?
No.
I feel like it is.
No.
He has this receptacle of water filled to the brim.
Yeah.
He takes this bar of pure gold, drops it into the receptacle, and it displaces water.
Yeah.
Displace. Right? So, now he takes the gold out, and the volume of water has been reduced. Some of it spilled out, right?
Yeah.
That's equal to the volume, which is produced by the density of the gold.
Yep.
Okay. So, now he's got the gold crown. If he drops the gold crown into this receptacle of water and it brings the water up to the exact level that it was before the gold bar was dropped in there, that means that the density of the gold crown and the density of the equal weight gold bar are the same, meaning that the gold crown's pure.
Yeah, and that's the key. I don't think you mentioned at the beginning was that the gold bar he had was supposedly the same amount of gold as what was used to make the crown.
Same weight.
Yeah.
So it should have the same exact density.
Should.
Now, silver has a different density than gold. So the same weight of a bar of gold and a bar of silver have different densities.
Right.
Which means that if the guy had added some silver to this, the amount of water wouldn't come back up to the top.
So what happened?
Who knows? Who cares?
Oh, wait. You don't have an ending to that story?
I don't.
Ugh.
The ending is that he figured this out, and he ran naked through the street shouting, Eureka. Eureka.
Oh, man. Now I have to know. Was the gold crown gold, or was it gold and silver?
We're going to go ahead and say it's gold, because if it were gold and silver, then the king would surely have to slay the goldsmith. And I have the impression that King Hero II of Syracuse was a fairly beneficent king. Hold on. Before we go any further, what do you think about a message break?
That's a great idea.
Stuff you should know.
Hey everybody, I want to talk to you a little bit about Tide Evo because it represents over 10 years of innovation and product development. Tide Evo is a first-of-its-kind technology where tens of thousands of minuscule fibers are spun together to form a 6 times powerful layer packed with scrubbers, brighteners, pre-treaters, and fresheners. And that's going to deliver a breakthrough clean that's so powerful it feels like magic.
Yeah, it is kind of like magic. Tide Evo is revolutionary. A 100% concentrated, waterless laundry tile that's made of compressed microfiber soap layers rather than liquid or powder. And it's not like pods or sheets because it uses 6 layers of detergent fibers to deliver superior cold water cleaning without plastic packaging of any kind. And it provides a mess-free, lightweight solution that dissolves lickety-split. So whenever you run into a laundry challenge, turn to Tide Evo. It's revolutionary. It's magic. Try new Tide Evo. Real laundry magic.
On eBay, every find has a story. Like if you're looking for a vintage band tee, not just a tee, the band tee from the last show your favorite band ever played. You wore it everywhere. Then your girlfriend started wearing it, which was cute, until she dumped you and took it with her, which was not so cute.
Yeah, well, anyway, now you're on eBay. And there it is. Same tee from the same tour. Still living in your memory, rent-free forever.
See, the things you love have a way of finding their way back to you. But eBay isn't just for getting whatever your ex-boyfriend or girlfriend stole back, right?
No, it's also for that rare championship foul ball you caught, then heroically gave to the kid next to you. And where else are you going to find your first car? The one you wish you'd never sold. But now, finally get the chance to take it back home. For good this time.
So shop eBay for millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. Things people love.
All right. So Archimedes.
I'm done talking for the rest of the podcast.
No, you're not. So he was a smart guy. That's what that story equals.
Yes.
He he was an inventor, but he was more than inventor, in my opinion. He was a modifier of inventions. Like, he didn't invent the catapult, but he made the catapult into a variable range weapon instead of a fixed range weapon. Much more useful.
Yes.
He didn't invent
the water screw?
He did invent the water screw, I think, didn't he?
Apparently, it's an Egyptian thing that he found and improved.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Well, good for him, though. I'm not saying that, like...
Well, they call it Archimedes screw.
Well, yeah.
I have the impression he wouldn't have called it that. I don't think he was much of a self-promoter. He was a producer.
You think so?
Yeah, he just got the work done.
All right, so eventually his tinkering and his obsession, like he would get really fixated on his work, would lead to his death. Mm-hmm. Although he was old, he was 75, and
that's got to be old for that age.
Oh, sure.
For before the Common Era?
75?
Yeah.
Heck yeah, he was really old. And a Roman soldier, I've seen varying accounts of this story, but the gist of it is that a Roman soldier came in and said, "Hey, you need to go meet with General Marcellus, because
Marcellus Wallace.
We're in charge here now. Marcellus wants to meet with you."
He's got a briefcase that glows and no one knows what's in it.
And a mysterious Band-Aid on the back of his neck. And so he goes in there and he says, General Marcellus wants to meet with you. And Archimedes was in the middle of his math, basically, trying to come up with some new proofs.
Yeah, like he's creating a geometric proof or something, right? And he was in the middle of it.
Yeah, and he had drawn this on the floor. It was all drawn out. And one account I saw, he said, "No, I'm too busy. I can't go see him now." And the guy got angry and killed him with a sword.
Yes.
You found that he was beaten to death.
Yeah.
Either way, he died.
But he had said something along the lines of, "Don't disturb my circles," very dismissively to this Roman soldier.
Yeah, which pissed him off.
Yeah, and so the Roman soldier killed him one way or another.
Exactly.
And apparently, the Roman soldier didn't realize who he was.
Well, no, General Marcellus was not too happy.
No, because
he wanted to use him.
Yeah, Archimedes was very well known around this area. And the whole reason that a Roman soldier was even in Archimedes' house in the first place was because they were besieging and had been besieging Syracuse for 2 years, 2 full years.
Well, yeah, Syracuse was surrounded by a 16-mile wall, so it was a very fortified city.
Right.
So it wasn't the kind of place you could just waltz in and siege.
Right.
Like, this will be an afternoon siege. It was a 2-year siege.
So here's the weird thing. For about 50 years of King Hero II's reign, this city-state, the Greek city-state of Syracuse, allied itself with Rome. Everything was fine. It was a time of peace. Yep. The Romans were, pretty much conquering the world.
Sure, at the forefront of everything.
Yeah, and taking care of their friends, including Syracuse. But King Hero's successor, his son, decided to go and ally Syracuse with Carthage. The General Hannibal had recently had some pretty good victories and had caught the attention of Hero's successor.
Yeah.
And as a result, his successor was assassinated in like 13 months. And there's a lot of civil strife that kind of came about as a result of this. Syracuse was divided. We should ally with Carthage. We should ally with Rome.
Yeah.
Well, whatever the case was, their complete alliance to Rome had been shattered, and Rome sent General Marcellus to negotiate at first, I guess to get them back on their side.
Right.
And when negotiations failed, he started to attack the city. And when he attacked the city, Archimedes' war machines were unleashed upon the Romans.
Well, yeah, they went to Archimedes and they said, "You're a smart guy. Can you figure out some innovative ways to thwart these people?"
Yeah.
And he said, "Hey, it's no problem." So one of the things he came up with, and I love his war machines because it's just kind of cool stuff.
Yeah.
It's all like, back in that day, it was all very practically oriented with pulleys and levers and things. It wasn't like, nuclear fission. It's like, hey, let me think how I can use drop these big heavy things onto people.
Right.
The best.
Yeah. With the people that I have at my disposal.
Which is a lot of people. My favorite thing was the iron hand, or the iron Archimedes claw.
Right.
This was basically, it was like a large lever with a grappling hook. And it would hang, flush with the wall so they wouldn't see it, and then when the ships would come into the harbor, They would swing this thing out.
Okay.
They would lower the boom, literally.
Right.
And this grappling hook would attach onto the front of a ship, or any part of the ship would be great. And they would have all these people and oxen and things that would immediately yank it up and basically yank these ships either in half or tip them over and capsize them, or drop them in the front end out of the water and then release it and then drop it back in the water where the boat would break or capsize.
Right, exactly. And the sailors would be shaken off.
Yeah.
And these are big ships. Supposedly, they were called quinquerenes.
Yeah, that was the ship of the day.
Yeah, and those things weighed about 100 metric tons, and
Had like 400 dudes on these things.
Yeah.
They were not small.
They weren't small, and there was supposedly this giant iron claw that could pick them up and shake the people off and then throw the ship back into the sea.
It's pretty cool.
And they think that it was probably balanced with a counterweight rather than, say, like pulleys, which some accounts have it as.
Yeah.
Because the counterweight would balance out the weight of this huge arm.
Yeah.
And the claw, meaning that just a few people could move it up and down and side to side when they needed to, because the bulk of the weight was countered.
And again, he didn't invent this, but he modified existing things to make war machines, basically.
And we should say it's entirely possible the iron hand or iron claw didn't exist.
Sure.
Or existed in some less fantastic fashion, less James West fashion.
Yeah.
But it's possible and probable even that there was something like that was used during the siege of Syracuse.
Yeah, that's one of
the Romans.
The coolest things to me is that this is so long ago that we don't have the great record. So there's a lot of speculation of how he did it. It's just like, how were the pyramids built? You know, it's kind of fun to sit around and tease your brain with that stuff.
Right.
Or build these things like Discovery Channel did on their show Super Weapons of the Ancient World. Mm-hmm. They built an iron hand.
Did it work?
Heck yeah, it did.
Nice.
I mean, it's very basic. It's like, let me lower this big hook onto your ship and use a lot of force to pull it up and then drop it.
It's like the claw that you use to like win stuff at the bowling alley out of those machines.
Well, an upside down version of that.
Oh, is it like a hook? It's a hook.
Yeah, it's a grappling hook.
Okay. Gotcha.
But the nomenclature of the day, that was called a claw.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's take another little second for a message break.
Okay.
Stuff you should know.
Hey, everybody. I want to talk to you a little bit about Tide Evo because it represents over 10 years of innovation and product development. Tide Evo is a first-of-its-kind technology where tens of thousands of minuscule fibers are spun together to form a 6 times powerful layer packed with scrubbers, brighteners, pre-treaters, and fresheners. And that's going to deliver a breakthrough clean that's so powerful, it feels like magic.
Yeah, it is kind of like magic. Tide Evo is revolutionary. A 100% concentrated, waterless laundry tile that's made of compressed microfiber soap layers rather than liquid or powder. And it's not like pods or sheets because it uses 6 layers of detergent fibers to deliver superior cold water cleaning without plastic packaging of any kind. And it provides a mess-free, lightweight solution that dissolves lickety-split. So whenever you run into a laundry challenge, turn to Tide Evo. It's revolutionary. It's magic. Try new Tide Evo. Real laundry magic.
On eBay, every find has a story. Like if you're looking for a vintage band tee, not just a tee, the band tee from the last show your favorite band ever played. You wore it everywhere. Then your girlfriend started wearing it, which was cute until she dumped you and took it with her, which was not so cute.
Yeah, well, anyway, now you're on eBay. And there it is. Same tee from the same tour. Still living in your memory, rent-free forever.
See, the things you love have a way of finding their way back to you. But eBay isn't just for getting whatever your ex-boyfriend or girlfriend stole back, right?
No, it's also for that rare championship foul ball you caught, then heroically gave to the kid next to you. And where else are you going to find your first car? The one you wish you'd never sold. But now, finally get the chance to take it back home. For good this time.
So shop eBay for millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. Things people love.
All right, so let's get back to it.
So you had the iron claw that was probably for real and used against Rome, because it was mentioned several times by not necessarily contemporary historians, but Plutarch mentions it.
Plutarch did a lot of the historical recording of the day
Right.
for Archimedes.
But it was about 250 years after Archimedes lived.
Yeah.
There was another one that was pretty cool that may not have existed, but was possible. And it's called Archimedes' Death Ray.
Cool name.
It's a great name.
Greatest name for a weapon ever, probably.
Archimedes' Death Ray? What about a
think so.
band name?
Oh, I'm sure that someone has taken that one in. Don't you think? Yeah. There's an Archimedes Death Ray out there.
Okay, all right, fine. Archimedes' Death Ray is taken.
It's got to be.
But it is a cool thing. The thing is it's not mentioned. It's mentioned a couple of times by some historians, even a couple that are fairly close, who wrote fairly close after the siege of Syracuse.
Well, now what's considered fairly close?
A couple hundred years.
Okay, so Galen does not fall into that category?
Galen.
That's about 350 years after.
Okay, so let's say Galen mentions it, but he doesn't call anything a death ray, obviously.
No.
He basically says that Archimedes burned ships remotely. I don't remember exactly how he says it, but he just kind of he says that the Roman ships burned from afar because of one of Archimedes' weapons.
Okay.
And he just mentions it.
Yeah.
It's not until 500 AD, about 700 years after the fact,
That they named it?
that a guy named Anthemius of Tralles, who is talking about mirrored surfaces, mentions offhandedly that Archimedes probably used a mirrored parabola
Right.
to burn these ships. So it was known that Archimedes used something to burn ships remotely. And then it's not until 500 AD that Anthemius says, this is probably what it was. And the idea of the Archimedes death ray really kind of took shape from there.
Yeah, and if you've never seen one in action, because a lot of people have tried to recreate these.
Some very successfully.
Yeah, I sent you that video, the 19-year-old kid in 2011 named Eric Jacquemain from Indiana. He built one out of a satellite dish in little disco ball mirrors.
Yeah, the little squares.
And it worked. Like,
Man,
he could melt stuff and melt aluminum and
yeah,
catch things on fire, and he's pretty ingenious.
Somehow melted a rock or singed a rock somehow.
Yeah, and he said it committed suicide. He thinks it burned itself in a barn.
Wow.
Like the sun hit it wrong and it caught the barn on fire. But apparently he's making a new one. I don't know how he's coming along on that.
Yeah, but it's a pretty interesting little video to watch.
Yeah, but the idea is that you're harnessing the energy of the sun, just sort of like you would with a magnifying glass, to create a very small focal point of extreme heat.
Right.
To catch a boat on fire.
Right, and this is from reflection. You're using mirrors. The
Yeah.
more mirrored and polished the surfaces, the more genuinely it reflects the original beam of light back. And if you can take them and put them in a concave parabola,
Yeah.
you can focus them all onto a point, like you said. And when you focus
Yeah.
them onto that point, you have however many little mirrors, reflections,
Yeah.
focus into a beam that you can use to set something remotely on fire.
Now, did they have magnifying glasses at the time?
They had mirrored surfaces.
No, not mirrored. But did they have magnifying glasses?
No.
They didn't?
No, they would have used mirrors.
No. I'm not saying that. I'm asking if they had magnifying glasses at the time.
I don't believe so.
Okay.
It's possible.
Because I was wondering if it's so much better than mirrors, why wouldn't they have used magnifying glasses? And my only thing I come up with is maybe they didn't have them at the time.
I don't know. I don't know how old magnifying glasses are. It seems like that's something that would be pretty old.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't know. I'll look it up.
Did they have... They had glass back then, right? Surely.
Well, if they had mirrors.
Oh, yeah. All right, so...
We did a podcast on mirrors.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
A surprisingly good one. Remember all the weird little facts about mirrors?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
They're creepy things.
Yeah, and the more highly polished we learned, the more energy they can bounce back at you. So that's what Archimedes used.
Yeah, if you're using
Supposedly.
sunlight has with it heat energy, so you're bouncing heat energy back. And again, if you use a parabola with a bunch of different mirrors, you can concentrate that heat energy into one little spot. And you can hit something and set it on fire, especially a wooden Roman ship.
Yeah, and legend has it that he burned a lot of them there in the Mediterranean Sea. They were parked anywhere from 200 to 1,000 feet away, and he burned them all, or not all, but enough to where they were like, we're getting out of here, because I don't know what this death ray is, but it sucks.
So like you said, some people have tried to recreate this.
Yeah.
In addition to Eric Jacquemin,
Of Indiana.
a group of MIT scientists created one in 2005, I think, and it was a 10-foot version of a Roman ship, just basically like the side of one, made of red oak, and they used 127 1-foot square flat mirrors arranged in a parabola, and there's video of this on the web too.
So it worked. Caught it on fire.
Yeah, after 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Of sunlight uninterrupted by clouds. But that raises some issues here.
Sure.
This boat was stationary. It was just like basically a beam of wood.
Yeah. It was on the roof of a building.
Right.
And not in the sea.
Yeah. And it wasn't moving. So if your target is a boat, it's going to move in the ocean.
Yeah.
It's going to have some sort of motion in the ocean.
Sure.
And that's going to make the area that your beam's hitting kind of jump all over the place.
Well, yeah, and the whole key to the death ray was you got to have that fixed. It's got to sit there long enough to heat up, and if it's moving all over the place, it's not going to be effective. Although, I bet some dudes on the boat, as it passed by them, were like, ah!
Right.
You know?
Yeah, if you go the Sovereign building, just one building over, it has a bit of a convex.
Oh, it does.
Or concave surface, and if you stand where it's reflecting that light, it is way hotter.
Really?
Than just like a foot over this way, just on the sidewalk.
Huh.
It's neat.
Is it dangerous?
Go check it out. I don't know if it's dangerous. No. It's uncomfortable for sure.
So some other dudes called the Mythbusters. Is that how it's pronounced?
Mm-hmm.
Mythbusters tried twice in seasons 1 and 3. And both times they declared it busted because they could not recreate the death ray of Archimedes.
But again, the MIT group was able to recreate it, and a Greek researcher in 1973.
That's the one to me, because he actually did that on a boat in the water.
Yeah, he set some rowboats that were on the water, or a rowboat, on fire. But the way he got around the motion in the ocean was he used like 50 soldiers.
Yeah, he had live mirrors.
That could just adjust their position slightly to make up for the ocean's motion.
That's a pretty good idea. You got how many guys?
50?
50 dudes with 5 foot by 3 foot mirrors. And I mean, that's about the simplest way to recreate this. You don't have to build something. You just got to have a lot of mirrors and a lot of people.
Yeah.
And some time.
Right.
And a sun.
And a Sicilian army that's not doing a whole lot right then.
I guess they weren't.
So it is very possible for Archimedes' death ray to have existed, or for it to have worked. Whether it existed or not is highly unlikely. Here's some reasons. You ready? It was never used again.
That's my biggest, sticking point, is if it was a death ray and it worked so well, why didn't they ever use it again?
Another point, a lot of historians wrote about the siege of Syracuse.
Yeah.
They mentioned the Iron Claw, different historians. Nobody mentions the death ray until 700 years after. It's another sticking point.
Could have been a artistic license at work, maybe.
Could have been.
You know.
Another thing is that even if it had been deployed in the field during the siege, Roman ships all had firefighters aboard. And they wouldn't have been too terribly threatened by something that caused like a smoldering fire that they could easily get to.
Right.
And put out. All you had to do was splash some water on that area, and it would just completely undo any of the heat that you've generated in that spot.
Hey, Hercules, go pee on that.
Exactly.
That bow.
Hercules is like, I can pee on that plenty. That's my Hercules impression.
Nice. Are those all the reasons that they...
Oh, there's a whole list of them. There's military, practical, all sorts of reasons why it probably didn't exist.
I'm surprised that some modern military force hasn't tried to do some sort of version of this, like harness the sun to kill.
We have missiles and guns, so we don't really need the sun. He had like logs and trebuchets.
Yeah, but you never know. What if it was... I'm going to get to work on it.
Well, wait a minute. Was it one of the Supermans that, like a satellite, captures all the sunlight and then shoots it back? Was it a James Bond? There was some movie in, the late 70s or early 80s where that happened. Maybe Goldfinger.
Oh.
Not Goldfinger.
No, that was just the laser.
View to a Kill.
You think?
Maybe.
All right. A View to a Kill. Boy, that one is a stinker.
It's the best one.
That
We've
was the
had
one
this
with
conversation.
Tanya
before.
Roberts
With
and Christopher Walken.
Great, yeah. Walken, Grace.
Grace Slick.
No.
Grace Jones.
Yes.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard her cover of Joy Division's "She Lost Control"?
No, is it good?
Yeah. It's kind of like a reggae dub version of it. It's really good.
Yeah, what happened to her?
I don't know.
She was an odd duck.
Grace Jones, if you listen to Stuff You Should Know, write in and let us know how you're doing.
Yeah. I mean, the last thing I remember seeing her in was Boomerang. The Eddie Murphy movie, you remember?
Man, she was in that, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was very funny in that, actually.
Yeah, she's probably pretty cool.
I bet she's very cool.
So that's Grace Jones. That's all there is to it. She did exist.
Or did she?
If you want to learn more about Grace Jones or the Archimedes death ray, you can type Archimedes into the search bar at howstuffworks.com. And I'm not going to spell that for you. You're going to have to figure it out yourself.
Yeah.
And since I said search bar, it's time then for listener mail.
I'm going to call this collagen. Or weird collagen. Hey guys, I've been listening to your podcast about broken bones, and you mentioned the vital role of collagen in the body. I figured it'd be a perfect opportunity to send in this email. I have this weird and rare condition called Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, EDS. You ever heard of that?
No.
I hadn't either. Essentially, it's a defect in the makeup of my collagen. It's almost like my collagen is chewing gum. It keeps stretching and stretching, and as a result, doesn't hold my joints in place. I've had hundreds, maybe even thousands, of dislocations since it first started affecting me badly 9 years ago when I was 11.
Wow.
Every joint in my body has been dislocated at some point, with the exception of my left elbow.
Is it painful? It's got to be painful.
Well, we'll find out here in a second. There's no cure for the condition, but my physiotherapy helps as it allows the muscles to build up around the joints and stabilize them, thus doing the job that collagen can't. My EDS is a lot better now. My shoulders only ever dislocate every few weeks or so.
This is a tough person.
Yeah, very tough. It's manageable with medication, and I'm proud to say I've made it through my first year of university,
Nice.
despite these occasional setbacks. It'd be really cool if you could do a show on EDS, as it has a lot of different effects on its sufferers, and it's pretty interesting.
It is.
Finally, I want to thank you for providing me with hours and hours of entertainment and information during the long nights of being kept awake by pain.
Oh, no, it is painful.
It is painful.
Man, that is rough.
I've learned a whole lot from you guys, and you never fail to cheer me up. That is from George in Brighton, UK.
George, you are a tough guy, and congratulations on finishing your first year at college.
Yeah, my buddy Dave has a shoulder that dislocates quite a bit. Or not quite a bit, but it's happened 5 or 6 times since I've known him.
Not like George's.
Not like George.
No.
Every couple of weeks is good for George.
Yeah, hats off to you, George.
Heck yeah.
Maybe we will do an EDS one. We're going to have to look it up.
Yeah.
If you want to tell us about a condition you have and ask us to do a podcast on it, there's nothing wrong with that. You can tweet to us at our Twitter handle. It's SYSK Podcast. You can hang out with us on our Facebook page. That would be facebook.com/stuffyoushouldknow. You can send us an email to stuffpodcast@discovery.com. And you can check out our super awesome website called stuffyoushouldknow.com.
Brought to you by the all-new 2014 Toyota Corolla.
Stuff at Sea is a 5-night, adults-only sailing trip that brings the Stuff Podcast universe to life on board. This voyage is a culture-soaked escape where pink sand paradise meets curious minds. Sailing round trip from New York City to Bermuda on October 2nd to 7th, 2026, this voyage drops you straight into the iHeart Podcast Stuff universe. On top of the adults-only experience you already love, you'll get live podcast episode recordings, behind-the-scenes sessions, themed activations, and more unmissable onboard moments. Learn more at virginvoyages.com/stuff.
Everyone knows winter is the real mess maker. You don't need WeatherTech floor liners for summer unless you hit the beach and half the beach ends up back in your car, or the campsite dirt ends up in your trunk. Then you'd want a cargo liner or a road trip go sideways. Lemonade spills, ketchup goes rogue, ice cream drips. Yeah, you'd be pretty happy about those WeatherTech seat protectors. So just to be clear, as the mud you're inevitably going to step in this summer, you don't need WeatherTech unless you plan on doing summer. Visit WeatherTech.com today.
This is an iHeart podcast. Guaranteed human.